fixed her remote issues. So, Senator Blackburn, if you're there, I'd like to recognize you.
Yes, I am here, and thank you so much, Madam Chairman. Mr. Coutier, I want to come to you. It is my understanding that you have been making recommendations to the White House on how to reopen travel and get people from around the globe focused on U.S. travel and going and actually repealing the pandemic focused travel restrictions. Let people know that America is open for travel. So, if you would talk about the administration's lack of transparency on the travel restrictions and what you see as the best way to send that clear message that indeed we are open for business.
Great. Thank you so much for the question, Senator. I would say that the number one thing, and I'm going to echo Ms. Barnes and Ms. Newfang's testimony, I think if we can lift those pre-departure travel restrictions, I think that would send a very strong and clear message, not only to the United States internally, but to the rest of the world, that we are open for business, that it is safe to travel, and that the economic impacts that we would benefit from, I think, are tangible. I mean, I mentioned in my testimony $3.8 billion annually in economic impact from the lifting of that. I think is a big number. So I think that alone would send a clear message. If we can go ahead and maintain the the lifting of the mask mandates, keeping them how they are, and lifting those pre-departure COVID travel restrictions, I think would go a long way towards tapping into that untapped business travel that we still don't have internationally, and really would send a message clear across the world that we're open for business and it is safe to travel, and that people can come into the United States safely.
Well, in Tennessee, where I'm from, our Governor Bill Lee has done a great job of trying to encourage travel. And the city of Memphis just completed a $200 million renovation of their convention center. We've got legislation like the Music Act that would help with many of our shuttered venues and getting people back into some of these venues. Memphis, Nashville, East Tennessee, up in the Smoky Mountains, we are needing to get those travel policies pre-pandemic back in place. So we're hopeful that the administration will kind of change their tune a little bit on how they're approaching this. Ms. Newfang, I wanted to talk with you because you mentioned in your testimony the trade shows and the conferences and the importance of this to the economy. And in Tennessee, we look at that because the music industry, the entertainment industry, as well as hotels and restaurants and convention centers, this is something that is vitally important. And we've seen a lot of damage by trying to do these events virtually and not doing them in person. So are you able to address the economic impact of these communities? Because we've certainly seen the adverse impact of that in Tennessee.
Thank you for that question. We are just embarking as GBTA on our next economic impact study because we know the numbers are very important. I would add that we just had a small conference of about 100 people in Nashville, and we had a very great welcoming, so thank you very much to Tennessee and Nashville. I would also add that we are very focused as well on making sure that that 18 to 20% of all spend that is in conferences and conventions is actually going to those local communities, and that sustainability of those local communities is really some of the best memories that business travel business travelers have, because all of us who are road warriors remember the last airport bad experience, but we also remember the really great good experience that we had with a local waiter, with a local check-in desk clerk, and we know that the entertainment opportunities in your home state are certainly great. So thank you very much for your support.
Well, Madam Chairman, thank you for the hearing, and thank you all for the attention that you are putting on these issues. Ms. Barnes, I'm pleased to know that you are at a conference actually working on how to solve some of these issues with the travel industry today. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Senator Blackburn.